Let's start the lesson on reading and writing skills, collocation. We will begin with what is collocation, why using collocation is important, and we'll move on to types of collocation. Then we'll talk about ways of learning collocation. We will have a comprehension check in the end. Collocation is the combination of two or more words that often go together. It sounds right and natural to native English speakers. Let's see the examples here. McDonald's serves fast food rather than quick food. And if we are in a rush, we can have a quick meal, not a fast meal. Although fast and quick have the same meaning, they collocate with different nouns. This is what collocation means. Using correct collocations helps our language sound natural and easily understood by the native speakers of English. It also helps in our writing and reading. By using collocations, we can add a variety of sentences to our speaking and writing. These are the most common types of collocations. We know that adjectives can be modified by adverbs, and it can modify nouns. However, we need to know how they are used. For example, we can say completely satisfied and regular exercise. When we want to describe lions are shouting, we'll put lions roar. The use of verb with prepositions is complicated, so we need to use it more often to internalize the usages. Learning collocations takes time. To start with, we need to intentionally be aware of and to recognize collocations. More exposure to the English language through English reading and listening help us learn collocations. Of course, we need to revisit and revise on what we learned regularly. Since we're not in an English-speaking country, we can resort to Collocation Dictionary to make sure we are on the right track. Besides, it is more efficient to learn collocation in single blocks. For instance, it's better to learn strongly support together as one unit instead of two words. There are more collocations than we can imagine, so it's better to systemize our learning by themes, either by topic or by words. For example, the topic like sports, we can have a list of collocations about sports. Or by word like take, we can categorize a list of words that collocate with take. Now, let's try to practice what we've learned. Which of the following is not the correct collocation? Yes, the answer is C. We should say quick meal instead. Which of the following is not the correct collocation? Right. This is a common mistake for us. Learn knowledge is not correct. We usually use gain knowledge in English. Let's do a more challenging task, the quizzes. Which of the following statements are correct about collocation? Right. Collocation is two or more words that often go together, and the combinations sound right to the natives, and also help non-natives to sound more native-like and easily understood by others. There is no set rules for collocations, so we can only try to read and listen as much as possible. Which of the following statements are correct ways of learning collocation? Yes, all of them are correct. We need to be aware of and recognize the collocation, and then learn it in context. It is suggested to learn collocation as single blocks of language and by themes. Now, let's have a quick review of today's lesson. Collocations are two or more words that often go together, and the use of correct collocation makes our language sound natural and right to those native English speakers. Since there's no set rules for learning collocation, learners are suggested to learn by constant learning revising, treating collocation as single blocks of language, and learning by themes. Thanks for joining us. This online course is funded by the Ministry of Education.